Hi guys, welcome back. So as promised, I am going to be doing something with one of the new digital kits. I'm not sure which one, maybe the Liberty kit, but this is what I want to do. And this is made using a file folder. And this was made with the Emerald Dreams kit, I believe. So it has one spine or one signature in the little spine. It opens up and then it's like this, and I can put pockets and all here, but I was just trying to get the measurements and all down first. Then over here, this opens and we've got 4 stacked pockets here, and I've just got some little journaling type cards in those. I'm not even going to try and stick them all back in there correctly. I'm just going to stick them in. And then this will just close right back down. And then I did sew in one signature. I think it's only like maybe 5 pages. It's really small, so it was pretty easy to sew in. And I just used some coffee dyed paper for this with one sheet of the kit papers on it. And then there's a belly band right here. Now there's so much more that we could do to this kit or to this little journal. But I was, like I said, I was just mainly trying to get the measurements down. This was my first attempt. Did not turn out so good. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this tutorial will turn out kind of like this. If not, I don't know. Okay, so I've already marked my file folder up. And I will leave this right here for just a minute so that you guys can screenshot it and take a picture of it if you want to. I believe this is the right one. No, this one's going to be bigger. Okay, well, we're going to do the bigger one. I think I had changed it and I don't think I have the one that I changed it on. Oh, well. Let me see, because I got it marked up on one more. But it's the same thing, so I guess we're doing the bigger notebook. All right, there it is. Hopefully this works. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do is I am going to measure from the top of my folder down, and I measured 7 3/8 inches down, and that's where I got that measurement from, or that line. So let's go ahead and cut that, and let's just hope and pray that I've got this correct, since I thought I was doing the smaller one, but obviously I didn't know what I was doing. All right, so there's that. Now the next thing I done was on these folders, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off this because I don't want that little rounded area there. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. It will depend on what size your folder as to how much you need to cut off on each side. So just keep that in mind. Okay. And I'm putting all my scraps right there. So I'll set that to the side for a second. So on these, or at least on my folder and most of them, they already have some like score lines, if you see those. I am going to be using that one there, but for the sake of this, we're going to go ahead and score. And so what you want to do is you want it on the center, you want to score 1/2 inch from that center. And I'm just trying to find my score tool. So I've got it in my center. I've got it right there on the 6. So I'm going to go over right here and I'm going to score it right on that 1/2. And then I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to score it one more time on the other side just to make sure I got a good fold. Okay. Now, once you've done that, you can go ahead and fold it. so that we know where our folds are. So what that done is that gave us a 1/2 inch spine. Okay, so now I want to take and I want to measure. This line here is 5.5 inches from the score line, not from that original line, but from our new score line. So I went 5.5. No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So this one is the 5.5, and this one is the 5.25. Lord help me. I don't know how y'all put up with me. So you're going to make a score here and here. So you want to measure from your new score line, that's the spine. You want to do 5.25 and 5.5, and you want to do that on both sides, because that's going to give us another little spine whenever we fold it over. So if you want to make sure that you get it correctly, like this is how I do it, and I may do things weird, but I put that edge up to the thing, and then I'm just going to do 5.25 and 5.5, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to flip it over just like I done before, and I'm going to do 5.25, 5.5. It just makes it easier to score. Okay, so now that I have that one done, I'm going to do this side, and I want to make sure that I put my new score line right there. And now I can do 5.25 and 5.5. And then I'm going to flip it over and do that same exact thing. And because we're doing it at the 5.25 and 5.5, it doesn't matter if our flaps are not the same exact size from whenever we trimmed them, because now, no matter what, these two pieces are going to be the same size. My flaps are probably a little bit different in size. So this flap here is just a little over 2.25, and this flap here is just a little under 2, but it's not going to matter. I mean, if you want to make them the same size, absolutely you can, but I'm just not going to cut anymore, and it's not going to make a difference. So now I am just burnishing that down. And let's do the same thing on this side. And you see I have to make myself notes here. All right, so now this is what we have. We have got our 1/2 inch spine here, and then we have 2 1/4 inch spines here. So that's how the journal will be. Okay, so we're going to set that to the side for a minute. Now we're going to get this piece back out. This is the piece that we cut off the bottom. And so what I wanted to do, I want it to be 2 3/4 from the center line. So I have 2 3/4 here and 2 3/4 here. And so what you can do to make it simple is just fold it and then cut 2 3/4. And then we'll cut it in half. So there's my 2 3/4 right there, just like that. And I'm not going to worry about cutting it right this minute. I will shortly. Okay, so now on this, I want to make this just a little bit more narrow than my 5.25, and I think I've done it at 5. Yep, so I've done this at 5. And we're just going to cut right down. I've already got my line there, so I'm going to just cut down on that. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this one. And I measured 5 inches, and I am going to cut that. These will be our little pockets, or our little flaps that we're going to fold up. And so we wanted them to be just a little bit more narrow than the actual journal itself. So, oh, no, I can do that with him. So I'm going to take this and I am going to score these at 5/8 of an inch. So I'm just going to score it at 5/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to flip it over and score on the other side at 5/8 of an inch. So let's do the same thing to this one. So 5/8, flip it over, and 5/8. Okay. Now that we've got that, I am going to miter my edges here. Just like that. It does not have to be precise. Okay. And now I'm just going to fold. Okay, and so on these, I am actually going to, I think I'm going to round the corners. So let me get my little corner chomper out. Well, it's not liking me today. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to pause the video because I am actually going to, let me go ahead and round this as well. I am going to pause the video and ink this up so that you guys do not have to sit here and watch me ink this. That's the only thing I'll do off camera, and then I will come back and we will put it together. I don't know that we'll get it finished today. It may be another video, but we'll get as much done as we can. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, guys, I am back. I have inked my little folio up completely, and I went ahead, I forgot that I needed to cut the papers to go ahead and ink them up as well. So I just cut some papers a little bit shy of the size of the inside of them. So I will want it to have just a little bit of a gap. And I mean, when I say a little bit, it's just going to be a very little bit. Now, this is actually, it goes like this because I've got myself a reminder if I'm going to do the magnets, which I'm going to try to do if I remember. There they are. I need to put the magnets on before I do the paper. So let's go ahead and let's get started. This will be my front. So I have chosen for the front, I have chosen this. I'm going to have that there and this one there. And for the spine, I am going to actually put this over, and I'm going to use that one. And then I think I've done it, this for the outside. I don't know. I can't remember how I've done it, but we'll get it figured out. Let's go ahead and get started gluing this down. So I am just using some of my Barely Arts glue. Hopefully it will work. There it goes. So I am just putting some glue really around the edges. Good. You could use double-sided tape on this. I'm just going to use my Barely Arts glue. And I'm just going to get that even as good as I can. I want to make sure that it does not go over that spine like it's trying to do. But I think I got it okay. And now let's do this other side. And we'll see how much we can get done today. I know we will not get it finished today, but we're gonna give it a good try to get it a good ways along. All right, and I'm doing the same thing, just keeping it from getting on the spines there. There we go. Looking good. Okay, so for the part that I am putting on my spine, I did score it just because I want to make sure that it goes over it pretty good. So now what I'm going to do, this is how I normally do my, when I'm having to do something on the spine, I will do it like this. Then I will take it and then put it on top of it like that. And it just makes it to where I know that I've got it in the right spot until I go and move it. Let's make sure we've got that down. There we go. Now I was trying to move this paper and it wouldn't move after I put the glue on it, but this I didn't want to move and it was moving. That's how it always happens with me. So I'm just going to glue the edges down now. And if you wanted to, you could put that underneath the top, but I thought it would look cute, just kind of like that as a contrast against it. You could even sew your signature in and then put this piece on if you didn't want the thread showing on your signature, but I don't mind it showing. Okay, so now let's see how that is. Just make sure everything's looking good. And it looks like it twisted on me. Look at that. Y'all see that? It did. It sure did. It moved on me. So a lot of good it done me to take the time to do the... I'm just going to try and slide it a little bit. I doubt I can. Nope, it's going to tear. So we'll just have to score it a little bit more. That's aggravating. I tried my hardest to get it done right. Okay, now on the inside, I do want to put this underneath. And so done the same thing, but done it on the opposite way, but who knows? With my track record right now, it's probably going to mess up too. So I'm just putting some glue down. And now I'm going to attempt, I'm sorry if you guys cannot see, I'm just trying to get it to line up against the, and it looks like it's trying to twist on me too. What in the world, guys? What have I done wrong today? Man. Okay, maybe it's just been a little too long since I've done some crafting. Who knows? We're going with it. We can rescore it if we have to. I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, so that is down, and I think it'll be okay. Maybe. All right. And then for the inside, I done these. So let's glue these down. And yes, I had printed on the back side of these pages, but it's okay. That's the one thing about having digital kits. You can use it and just reprint it. So it doesn't matter if you have to use your favorite pieces. You can just reprint it. I think, though, before I glue that side down, I think what I might do, don't know exactly how it will work. I think I want to glue these down so that I can cover those on top. We don't have to glue the papers on them yet, but I do want to go ahead and glue them down. So let's do that. All right, so I'm going to line that up somewhere like that. Yeah, and I've got ink all over my hands. I just realized how dirty my hands look. They're really not that dirty. It's just, I just got through inking all of this mess. All right, and let's do this one. And I want to make sure I get it in about the same spot. So I'm just making sure like that. Okay. Now we can glue the blue down. And so it'll hide that. So let's glue this down. Ah, I just glued on top of my other one. Y'all know I always have to have some kind of an accident with glue. Always. It would not be a craft day if I didn't. And do we have it? Do we have it? Do we have it? Nope, we don't have it. Oh no. No. Oh, it moved a little bit. Okay, I think we're good. Whew. Okay, we're good. Now, I need to put my magnets down. So I'm going to put this glue up for a minute. And I don't know which magnets I want to use. I don't know if these will be strong enough. These are the more narrow ones. I'm afraid they're not strong enough, but I don't know. They're feeling pretty strong. Look how thin they are. I think they'll work. I think we're going to try it because, there it went. I don't think I want that thick of one. So let's see what we can do. So I'm going to glue. Let's see if I can do it. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and glue. No, I need to take them off because that's not going to work. Let's see if we can do it. I'm trying to make sure I glue down the right sides, but that's the side that needs to glue down, and this is the side, I think. I don't know, man. All right. So the magnet needs to go right there. Now I need to figure out how to put it on that other side without it messing up. I think I know what I'll do. I'm going to put some ink on it, which you're not going to be able to see the ink because it's going to be covered. But when I do it like this, which it's not wanting to close properly because the way somebody decided to do the... Oh, come on now. We gonna get it, y'all. We gonna get it. Okay, maybe that'll work. Yeah, kind of. That don't look good. Forgot that flap is shorter. I might should have moved this back some. I don't think yeah, I can still move it back a little bit. There we go. Now let's see where it'll touch. Okay, we're just going to go for it. I may have messed up, but oh well. We're going for it. It is what it is. We're going to stick it right there. All right, so now I have the blue. I think I wanted this on the inside. I think. No, I want this on the outside. So let's glue. Nope, I had to have it on the inside because of the way I done the little Yep, because the way I done the corner round. Now, because those do have the magnets, I am going to use my Fabri-Tac. I probably don't need to, but I'd rather use it and not need it. So I'm just going to glue that down like that. And then we'll glue this one down. There we go. I think that looks good. All right, now we can put the Fabri-Tac up for right now. Now let's go to the inside. And I have these going on the inside. So we can just use our Barely Arts on that because there's not anything I'm trying to hold down on that. And I'm just putting it just like that because I like having that little bit of an edge peeking out. And then this one here. And I hope I got these facing the right way. Who knows with me? It's not going to matter though because we can cover it up if it's not, but it looks like it might be. Okay, so that's done. Now I need to do these. And I think I have these for the outside and these for the inside. So on this one, because when we open it up, man, that's getting off screen because it's so big. So I'm putting this one up here, and then this one will go down here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then once we get this stuff glued down, we'll probably call it done for the day. And that way it'll give time for everything to dry good. And then we'll start embellishing it. And I may go ahead and sew the signature in before I come back on with the next video so that we can already have that much of it done. And then let's see, here's the, let me stick that in there for just a second. All right, and so this will open up like this. So now these need to go like this because we want the writing to be the correct way. And I'm just putting it down, making sure I have a little bit of space around it. And then I need to do the same thing here. Okay. Just like that. There we go. I think that looks good. Now, those 2 pieces of the file folder that we left at the 2 3/4 inches, I just went ahead and cut them in half. And I am going to glue them down in here. And I cut that almost the same size, but I think it'll be okay. Now, I only done 2 on this one. You can do as many as you want, but I just used whatever of the file folder that I had left. So let's just glue this down like that right there. And then where's the other one? Here it is. We're going to do the same thing to it. Just glue it down just like that. Okay. Now, I think we're just going to make these, I think we're just going to put them right there. So let's glue along the 3 edges. I'm getting as close to the edge as I can get. and going out for the edge, you know, like I normally do. Okay, and then I'm going to put this right about there. That looks good. And then let's do this one here. I got junk all, my glue tips junking up. All right. I need to fill this little bottle back up because it's hard to use when it gets low like this. All right, and I'm just going to stick this one right there. Okay, so I think we've got everything glued down. Ah, get in there, needle. That needs to be glued down right now. And I think I'll just let everything dry overnight. Let's see how my magnets do. I don't think they're strong enough. I should have went with the bigger ones. Yep. I should have went with the bigger ones. I should have listened to my gut. And I don't know that. I wonder if I can pull this off since it hadn't been that. Let's see. I think we can do it. Yes, we can. Okay. If I can at least pull it back. Let's try that, and let's put the bigger one in. Oh, yes. Thank you, Lord. We can make it work. So we're taking those little magnets out. And I'm going to get the bigger ones here. And my husband just got home, so perfect timing. Okay. Let's see if we can do this again. All right, let's try it and hope it works. So we're putting the magnet down. Maybe. All right, there's that one. Then that's the side I need to make sure I glue it on the right side. And so there we go. And then let's glue this back down. Oops, you can see my blue right there. We'll have to ink over that. But we can do that. Let's glue this. I'm moving my magnet. There we go. Yeah, that magnet's a lot thicker, so it makes it a little more difficult with the paper like it is. But it will be okay. All right. Come on, stay down. I'm just going to hold it down a little bit. And let's see if that's better. It still don't want to really stick. I guess it is, see? I guess that'll work. Okay. Well, we're going to let it dry overnight, and then we will come back tomorrow and finish this little journal up. All right, guys, let me know what you think so far, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.